Welcome to a special coffee with yours truly, Dragan. Sunny but relatively cold day in this March 30th, 2022. I'm gonna first begin with a gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation that although struggling economically, financially, commercially, I'm broke but not poor, rich in kisses. Kisses received from the goddess who dances with her brother the sun, and who received one kiss from the goddess of heavens above, and that one kiss turned into trillions of kisses credited to yours truly, Adrian Hanna, Dragan, androgynous pansexual, founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, credited with the condition that will freely distribute to all my willingly loving allies and armies. If somebody made it this far, 77 seconds in, start loving, cause life is fucking short. Start kissing, dancing, hugging, massaging, loving, exploring, marching here. So I've been marching in this metropolis island known as Hawk Island, Montreal. So many things that we don't know, that I don't know. Universal spiritual teaching student, but some things, some mysteries I do not know, and some mysteries are perhaps best left to a mystery. I do know that I am thankful, grateful doing this meditation in the sun for my rent is paid, my electricity bill is paid well. Friday gonna have to pay again $56 rent, but I think the workers there of Hydro-Quebec, gonna give a shout out to the Hydro-Quebec workers who gonna do a meditation that there are 61 dams across this great province of Quebec. 61 since 1963, that were built by the great workers of Hydro-Quebec. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of workers who built 61 dams that I would really love to see. Imagine, meditate on that. So here in Montreal, Quebec, we have renewable, clean, zero emission energy. I have to be thankful, meditative for that. My rent's paid. I'm an independent artist, activist, athlete, AAA, universal spiritual teaching student, world peace advocate, first and foremost androgynous pansexual, founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. I can act local, I think global. Think global, act local. Think global, act local. Beautiful sunny day on this Hawk Island, Montreal, meditating on civilization and nature, in which the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom strives for, attaining balance between civilization and nature. What does that mean? Well, here we already have a lot of balance, a lot of harmony by the fact that I'm recording this video with the energy from Mother Nature, the veins of the goddess, the big rivers across the province of Quebec. And it's clean, renewable energy, zero pollution. Zero emission. How I know there's 61 dams, how they actually work, how many kilowatts produced, megawatts actually, because it's kilowatts that we consume, megawatts that we produce. I know a little bit, but the whole detailed process, only a few know, right? So we have had since 1984 Specialization, specialization, specialization. If I go see as the workers there, they will know more about these technical issues. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path. And this life is spirituality, arts, philosophy, psychology, physicality, the rational, emotional side of life, the artistic side of life. I don't know it all. Don't claim to know it all. In the parallel life, science, innovation, and computers, supercomputers, telecommunications, satellites, micro gadgets, microchips is my chosen path, my chosen universe. Diverged. Right. Sunny day, civilization and nature. Hearing the sounds of nature all around me. I might have to move a little bit since I want to go moving with the sun and best. Because of course the sun is not moving, but best I go. There's more sun. And now here I'm gonna be in the shade. Yeah, here I'm in the shade. Yeah. Here also the sun is being blocked by the tree. I think I found a spot. Here. Not the best. On the bench. So do not know it all. Don't claim to know it all. But this I do know for sure, that the goddess who dances with her brother, the sun who now rises and now sets, creates, makes and produce all fruits, vegetables and legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade and maintain civilization. All fruits, vegetables and legumes are made, created and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. All fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. Our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade, and maintain civilization. As we build civilization, part of it due to that dance. You don't have to accept the vision of the dance the way I put it, in a more mystical, esoteric way, in a more occult way. But of course, with Mother Nature, if you just want to call it the black, fertile earth, with the rays of the sun, the golden sun, and imagine the whole area that the sun now covers. Right as I am here in Hawk Island, Montreal, it is 2:31. Here in Hawk Island, Montreal, it's 2:31. Sun now rises and sun now sets. While it's 2:31 here at Montreal, Hawk Island, we gotta subtract. The more we go west, we got 3 time zones. We go on the west coast. On the west coast, we got British Columbia. On the British Columbia, Vancouver, it's minus 3 hours. So them, it's still morning, right? It's 11:32 p.m. AM. Correction. So it's in the morning. Their time, British Columbia, Seattle, Washington State, California, San Francisco. It is 11:33 a.m. in the morning, because we subtract 3 hours, right? So their day just begins. This is 3-hour difference time zones. That way, in the east, in Berlin, Jerusalem, Cairo, city of the pyramids, it's evening now. It's 8 p.m. and 9:34 and 8:34. Let me check, because I do believe that Germany did not change time zones. Cairo is 8:33 p.m. Berlin is also 8:33 p.m. Jerusalem is 9:33 p.m. So Jerusalem is an hour ahead of Cairo and Berlin. Cairo and Berlin. Cairo and Berlin. 9:33 p.m. in the evening. While on the west coast it's in the morning. And the sun now rises and now sets and makes, creates, and produces fruits, vegetables, legumes, bananas, potatoes. Because right now is beginning of spring here. Right, we're in the second week of spring. So plants starting to grow, soil, snow. There's still a little bit of snow here in Hawk Island, Montreal, but it's slowly starting to disintegrate, to disappear, to be absorbed as it's transformed into water, of course. And the soil, it's beginning to get plowed and worked, and agricultural products are being planted or replanted, or new ones are being planted. And of course also fruits grow in the wild, and we learn all the fruits were from Mother Nature, with domestication, the process of domestication, the early beginning of civilization, and much of it Much of it, paradoxically, and this is a paradox, think about that for a second, that the fertile, black fertile earth, you look at these trees, around me. I say the hairs on the goddess's body, these trees are bigger than me, right? They're beginning to blossom soon, right? And that we still need the food, the black fertile earth, and the sun, as much as we have new things under the sun. Some things we change, the technology, the science, the methods, the how we do it, but the fundamental process and essence is still coming from that source. The sources, one can say also, right? Because it's the dance, as it says, as the saying goes, it takes two to tango. Takes two to tango. Takes two to tango. So the black fertile earth, getting the greenery and black, green, blue, because there's a lot of water, and the minerals within the earth. Mother Nature, the greatest scientist and artist, makes, creates, and produces still, with all the labor that's used, the technologies, the big, huge machines at the industrial level of agriculture across Canada, US, North American civilization, and the world. Even in greenhouses, there's not a lot of percentages of greenhouses that use artificial, solely artificial means like earth and what have you. Artificially, they still use the earth, the water, and of course energy, the sun. The sun rays, the vibrations of them, and the minerals, the vitamin D found there within the sun's rays, and the heat, and the other, some more subtle and mysterious ingredients in the rays of the sun, the sunlight, which now, although a bit cloudy, it's still able to penetrate and shines on me at this moment in time, right? So I'm absorbing some of it at the different quantities, right? Even my hair, different levels, but there's a certain quantity of me absorbing the sun's rays right now. It's filtered a bit because there's cloudiness, there's clouds, and it's about to get cloudy and dark, and this afternoon it's about gonna drop again temperature, and it's gonna be snow and rain and icy rain. But nonetheless, the process of the making of the food, even this black coffee bean, of course, that comes initially from a red berry. It's grown from the black fertile earth and needed the sun. Don't know where it comes from. It could doesn't mention on the box. I do know it's rich dark roast. Could be coming from Latin America. Highly likely, since Brazil is the biggest producer and exporter of coffee beans. Highly likely that it's from Brazil or Colombia or Costa Rica or Panama or Vietnam or even Africa, Uganda, Ivory Coast. Highly likely it's from one of the top 5 producers and exporters of coffee beans, top 10 then and thereafter, right? So it also was made, initially created and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. Harvested by my brothers and sisters, farmers, my brothers and sisters, workers on the trucks, on the front lines of the trucks, right? Now, meditation, that if I think about it now, imagining the Dragan army on the ground to be of security and service, of security and service and security of service, whatever services can be offered with consent and hygiene, with consent and hygiene, with consent and hygiene, whatever services. Adrian Hunter Dragan, to my willingly living allies and armies, I am thy servant. Helping unloading the truck or a massage. Drove for 11 hours from Florida with oranges. You can't afford a massage. Can someone Dragan come give me a neck rub, half an hour. Got allocated time so that there's no abuse. I know a citizen, ally, supporter, the dancing goddess and Dragon King don't ask for massage 3 times a day there. 3 times or allocated hours per week of services. Help with the children. Help with the children. Help with the children. Help with the children. Taking them out, they're driving the parents crazy in the evening. She can't cook. Children are running all over the place. Can a Dragon unit come and take, I got 3 kids, 11, 12, and 13, take them out for a little half an hour jog, an hour to play some sport, get some exercise, and then they can go back on the computer or finish their homework. They're driving me crazy. I don't want to over medicate them. Dragon Army. On the ground to be of security on service. A senior citizen. There's no elevator. I live on the 3rd or 4th or 5th floor. A bag full of groceries. Can a Dragon come help me? XYZ of services. Imagining now doing a meditation on all the goods that are now being transported on the trucks. There's an XYZ, there's a definite amount at this moment in time, in real time, under the sun on Earth, in different time zones, whether 2:42 p.m. here in Hawk Island, Montreal, or 11:42 in the West Coast, maybe some coming from the East Coast going west, or some going from the West Coast going east, or vice versa. From Canada to the US, or from Mexico to Canada, or Canada, Mexico, and beyond. And we can go even furthermore, the ships with the global supply chains, the ships, all the ships. Right? And my theory, of course, of citizen integration theory is that since 1984 we have had growing specialization, which is good and great, but has also fostered alienation in our civilization. Have also fostered alienation in our civilization. To address that, because there's a certain correlation between that and depression and anxiety and what have you, disconnected neighborhoods, right, in our societies. That this disconnection, alienation, be countered or responded or at least addressed partially by my theory known as citizen integration theory. For example, concrete example of the application thereof. To see how the dams are being made here, how they work. I'm recording this video. I plugged in the laptop before. I plugged it in for a few hours. It charged. My plug is connected to the connection to the transponders in the neighborhoods who are connected all the way where the rivers, this great province of Quebec, where one of those 61 dams is across this province of Quebec. And that generated the electricity. Clean, renewable, zero emission electricity. And that was built over decades. And changed and repaired and renewed, but fundamentally operates the same. Just like fundamentally the building, maintaining and upgrading of civilization operates the same. We need food. Food is holy, sacred, and divine for all the other activities that we do. Right? Hopefully somebody's making love now. Love for the first time, or 156th time. Because otherwise, what are we going to save this civilization for if somebody's not making love now? Right? Hopefully. If not, start now. Listening to this, 25 minutes in, better start somewhere. Better start now. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Kindness, compassion by action, compassion by action, compassion by action. Love is action. What does that mean? Well, for example, somebody said, well, I was complaining that I couldn't afford a massage, and I said, well, okay. Or I was complaining for a certain situation. Say, I'm sorry. Well, what are you sorry for? It's not your fault. Propose something, offer something. Right? Propose something, offer something. XYZ. Propose something, offer something. Whatever it is. Right? Sure. With consent and hygiene, with consent and hygiene, with consent and hygiene, and mutual understanding. As much as have sophisticated intellectual cosmopolitan philosophy and art, sometimes it's good to be straightforward and direct. And I'm not perfect. Do not play the self-righteous card. Get moody, get upset, get triggered. Got issues, got vices, got lusts. But got more passion than most of these politicians who got more money for a public relations agency to hire a PR agency for us. A advertising campaign for a private jet or for a suit and tie. A suit and tie or tie would be perhaps too tight. I would have to. Although I own two pair of, I think even three. I'll check if I still have the old one. I think I donated it. I did the big cleaning in November. I gotta check. I might have two for sure. I might have a third one. So it'd be, I'll have to loosen up a bit the tie. They're good at reading from a piece of paper, looking down at the piece of paper somebody wrote for them, looking back at the camera, looking down again. Now, if it's statistics, equations, or even myself, I have plenty of videos where I've read for hours, more than an hour, from Wikipedia or for other articles for self-education, for self-education, for self-education. But I don't have to read to speak about democracy or freedom. And the question goes, freedom and democracy for who? Right now, New York City, black cock, black cock, black cock. Right? Biggest financial institution in the world. Not very few know about it. It's trading stocks, ownership. Wall Street, stock markets across the world, now they're still open. How is the stock market going? 1% owes more than 50% of the stock market. 1%, North America, across even the world, owes more than 50% of the stock. Less than 1% own more than 50% of the stock. Think about that. So if that's so, how many others own stocks? I used to at one point in time, not anymore. Not even stocks related, but there were stocks indirectly to mutual funds. Less and less own. Millennials can well afford housing. Prices increasing. Yesterday, the price of the halva went from, in less than a month, from $6.99 to $9.99. Calculated more than 30%, right? So from 7 to 10. $3 from 7 is like 42%. Not even more than 30, almost 45%, right? What is the percentage from 7? Let's calculate exactly to be precise. See, mathematics, and to be precise, I also need to use tools, and these tools is hopefully to not just maintain civilization but upgrade. Sure, that I need to do some cleaning in my room, office, and temple as well. Don't mind that. I do it myself. Clean your room, millennials. And I was sick and tired of life, depressed, suicidal. What did I do? I started working out, training, exercising, lost more than 77 pounds, got fit. Not only having North America incentivizing, encouraging people to work out, train, exercise. We have the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. CEOs are billionaires. A billion is 1,000 million, multi-million dollars. Some athletes make millions of dollars a year, man. My brothers, and say brothers because it's patriarchal. Let's be honest, there's not even one women's sports league who makes even close economically, financially, commercially, who makes that much money, right? In terms of capital. Mass finance of the workout, train, exercise. Right? I didn't. I struggled. I suffered. Was suicidal, depressed, lonely. Spent one foot in the libraries, making the libraries of the city of Montreal, Hawk Island, my second home. One foot in the streets. One foot on the streets, the other foot in the libraries. Read tens of thousands of books, wrote tens of thousands of pages of poetry, philosophy, art, theory, of which the trinity of theory: citizen integration theory, debtor fusion theory, democratic fusion theory. Yeah, I still lust. I went on my march the other day. I became lustful. I continued my march. I said, well, I got a march. I admitted it. Yep, I would love to give me some loving, some lust, some kissing, some licking, some XYZ. I get lustful, I get aroused. I put a discipline. I said I'm only gonna watch pornography during the weekends. I think it's gonna be the 9th or 10th weekend in a row. This Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess in the Dragon Kingdom begins Friday at midnight. Last 37 hours, 49 minutes, 42 seconds. It has worked. I was able to keep this discipline, right, and to do work during the week, artistic work, physical work, theoretical work, volunteer work. I believe at this point in time, local, national, and international, speaking local here from the province of Quebec, Montreal, Hawk Island, to Canada, the United States, North America, beyond, my theories are best at this point in time for a new world order of world peace, international justice and security that ensure global freedom. As a Dragon digression, let's see. So if it was $7 divided by 3, so 3.5 is 50%. So that means if it's $7, it's 700 cents. So 700 cents to calculate the percentage. So the percentage that the halva went up from March 1st till yesterday, March 29th, so less than a month, it went from $6.99 a kilo to $9.99 a kilo. So it was, let's round it up by 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent. So 700 is the full amount in cents. So 700, that means that divided by 10, it's 70. That represents 10%, right? So $3 divided by 300, right? Because that's $3 is 300 cents divided by 70. So this is a way to calculate percentages. So 42% and times 10, you got to times 10 it then. Almost 43%. Almost 43%. Almost 43%. Imagine in less than a month. That's the exact percentage that are calculated for the halva to go up. Let's calculate it again. So yesterday went and bought a pound of halva at the price of Of course, keep in mind that the halva is imported. So the factors to account for the price increase can be from your original point of sale, which is the factory in Ukraine, a factory in Ukraine, or it could be from Moldova. They said either or, so it's not sure. So to account for it, whether it is the original factory where they produced it, from the sunflower, from the production, or the transportation. So it could be account for the transportation, or the sunflower, the transportation to account for the gas, the prices of gas increasing, and the gas and the transportation charging them more. Since I bought at $6.99 the halva March 1st, I bought about 700 grams or so of it. So it was at $6.99, $6.99 on the March 1st, because I have the bills. I have the bill from March 1st and I have the bill from yesterday, 29th. And so March 1st, the halva cost $6.99, and yesterday, March 29th, the halva cost $9.99 for the same amount. $6.99 for a kilogram, which is reasonable, but then the price increase is really, really a lot. So let's calculate again, right? So the price increase, $700. We're gonna round it up to 700. We're gonna round it up by a cent, because a cent, it doesn't matter if you round it up. So it's a way to do the calculation for the percentage of the price increase. So 700, since 10 times 10 is 100, which represents the 100 percentile, we're gonna do 700 divided by 10, right? So that's 70. So that represents 10%, because 70 times 10 is 700, which is the 1. How much is the price, which represents the 100%? What I'm doing is I'm calculating the percentage of the price increase. So taking the initial March 1st price, $6.99, round it up, because $6.99 is 699 cents. I'm going to put 70 cents. So that's 70 cents. So that represents 10%. And the price comparison to yesterday, what I paid was $9.99. So the differential is, we take 999 minus 699. So we get 300. We get 300, which is the amount of cents that the price increased by. Just $3 in other words. So then, if 70, we're gonna take 300 divided by 70, right? Because 70 represents 10% of the 700, because took the cent, we rounded it up. And then we get 4.2, and that has to be times 10, because it represents 10%, and 10 times 10 is 100, which is 100%. So times 10. So this is the percentage that the price increased by, from March 1st at $6.99 a kilo of halva. Either she said it's from Moldova or Ukraine, it wasn't sure, it doesn't say on the label, so it was from one of those places. So it could be that the transportation costs increased and they charged more, so they had to up the price, either during this somewhere down the middle of the supply chain or from the factory itself. So 42.85%. So almost 43. If we round it up, we round it up to 43%. Let's say, to be precise, 42.85%. 42.85%. 42.85% increase in less than a month. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost a half. Imagine. It's a big percentage increase. huge percentage increase. Now, what would account for that? Several factors. Several different factors would account for that. Could be down the line, could be greed, could be my right eye. Could be in the middle, the transport, they cost them more to transport it from the trucks. It has to cross the ocean, right? It's from sunflower seeds. The production, maybe the sunflower producers increase their sale, right? You have to meditate, to think, to speculate in an intelligent or based on some factors of real life economic production, that how and when and exactly would account for the price. My take is that since it's 42, more than 42%, almost 43%, which is a lot, my take is that is a confluence of several factors. Down the supply chain, in the middle, maybe even the sunflower producers who sold the sunflowers, if maybe they own it, I don't know, maybe they own the sunflower and they produce the halva there on the ground, all from the production of the sunflower seeds to the beginning of the sunflower production. Or it could be the cost of the transportation, with being in the transportation which was brought into the production. So it could be a convergence of these factors, X, Y, Z, or it could be X and Y, or it can be just Z, or it could be X, Y, Z, all three factors or even more factors. Right? One increased the price, then the other increased the price, and then another increased the price. It's so high. Anyways, that's meditation. My theories: secure food, housing, and transport. Secure food, housing, and transport. Secure food, housing, and transport. Then provide the services. The international integrated social security and service for complementary to the dancing goddess. Yours truly, Dragan Zero, gonna go put pause and we're gonna work out.